Hey everyone, this is Dini. In this video, we are going to test a new cutting machine from Loklik, which is a sister company of HTVRont. If you've heard of HTVRont, you'll know that they are famous for their HTVs or heat transfer vinyls, vinyl stickers, and heat presses. Now they have ventured into making their own cutting machines, and they've sent me this Loklik iCraft for us to test. Let's see how well this one performs when cutting cardstock to make paper flowers. In this video, we'll unbox the box that this machine came with, see what's inside, see what's included in the package, explore the software, and cut the components from cardstock to make this paper rose and the single flower bouquet that that holds the paper rose. So basically this project we'll be making in this video as well. Stick around until the end to hear my thoughts, my 2 cents when it comes to its performance. So friends, just a heads up, this video will be a bit long just because I'll be going through the Loklik Idea Studio. So we'll be prepping the files for us to be able to cut, and I'll also be showing, the machine in action, and we'll also be showing a bit of the assembly for the flowers as well. If you'd like to skip ahead and go to a particular part of the video, then go to the description and look for the timestamps. Without further ado, let's unbox the machine. Okay. The box includes the iCraft. Okay, so let's pull this out. This is honestly a bit smaller than your Cricut, so it's more compact. Technically, what's included in the box are, so let's make sure that we have everything. So the iCraft machine, so the cutting machine, fine point blade housing. Okay, so the fine point blade housing, fine point blade, so 2 pieces, which is good. Pen housing. So that's the big difference of this one compared to Cricut, because with Cricut, like the pen housing is already in there. And pen, so yay, a pen is included. A USB cable, power adapter, cutting mat, heat transfer vinyl. Just because, again, as I've mentioned, HTVRont is known for their heat presses. So that's why it's like, hey, if you already have our heat press, then, you have your HTV here, a sample that you can use. Hook weeder here, user guide envelope, and then 18,000 free designs in the Loklik Idea Studio, which we are going to see a bit later. So this is like the user guide, and I need to review this a bit later. So, because again, this is the first time that I've unboxed everything. Let's open. So I just comment that. Okay. So you manually open. Unlike with Cricut, it's like you have to press a button. You have this caddy that you can put on the side. You can put your pen, and then you can put your weeding tool or like other tools. So yeah. So let's put the pen in here, and let's put the other tools. They also sent me a scoring tool, which in my craft is very important. So I use this more compared to a weeding tool, because I use score lines a lot with my templates in my craft or like my paper flowers. So yeah, good thing they also have like a scoring tool available. So let's dive in and test it. Getting started. First, follow the basic instructions. You'll need to download and install the software, then connect the machine via either the cable or Bluetooth. I run into some hiccups with the Bluetooth. More on that later. The software includes a quick tutorial to help you learn the basics. So just follow that and you'll be good. Let us now try uploading one of our templates. So we are going to click upload. Honestly, so far, when I've tested like their software, it's reminiscent or kind of similar. It's like a combination of a design space and silhouette. So it's like a bit of both. Probably like a simpler version of silhouette, but like a more complex version of design space. So it's like it's in the in-between. But if you're familiar with both, then, this is pretty easy to navigate. Let's click upload. So that one is kind of similar to Cricut. Pretty similar to Cricut and Silhouette, that when you upload them, so they're initially grouped. So you can click ungroup. This one, I think, was uploaded as an image. So I'm just going to delete this. And then this one is grouped. And then this will be like the covers here. So I will put it here because we will be working with this one first. So what software does it remind you of? It reminds me of a Silhouette, meaning like the cuts will only be like here in this mat. Unlike in Design Space where it's like you have the whole lot to work on. So we are going to click make. So again, similar to Cricut. So if you've been using Design Space, then again, it's easy to navigate. Best thing that I like about this so far is that similar to Silhouette, it shows the cut space. So the red, it's like you can only like the cut only goes inside. And then the good thing here is compared to Cricut, you don't have to guess like where it's gonna cut. With Cricut, it's a guess game. With this one, it's pretty accurate. You can position like your material. And then, okay, so this is the part. It's kind of more similar to Silhouette versus Cricut. With Cricut, the material selection is very simple. It has a knob and then you're just gonna, you know, adjust that knob. With this one, it's kind of similar to Silhouette, but simpler. Just because it's like, you don't have that like line or like by color, so it's like it's pretty like in front of your face, so it kind of operates like per color. So our file right here is pretty simple. So we have like this brown for cut and then this line for score. So we are going to use like 2 operations for now for this project. For the cut, let's do of course we're gonna do a standard cut, and then so of course the cutting mat is gonna be 12 by 12. We also have like a 12 by 24, but right now we're using a 12 by 12. And then here you can see like the groups or like what we have. We have this and this one. So for cut, you are going to arrange or like set the parameters by parameters. So it's like the material. So let's do others. This is something that you kind of need to adjust, and probably I'll give my feedback for the US version. They need to adjust it to like pound. The equivalent of a 65-pound material is I think 176 GSM or grams. So it's closer to this one. This is the recommended passes. Next thing, you are going to add to task. So here, and then let us go to score. Okay, so we are going to add this, and now it's like this is like our to-do list with our cutting machine. So this is the part that we need to replace it with the scoring tool. Originally, I used the scoring stylus for the score lines, but I soon discovered another great feature of this machine and software. So we are going to use the craft paper that they sent. So this is my first ever use, like my first ever cut with the iCraft machine. Hopefully I get like the position of the cardstock right. Let's position this. And then let's insert this. So let's go to task list, and then we are going to click start. And it's going to do the scoring first, so let's see. Okay, so far so good. Actually, hold on. Before we continue, there is one thing that I have realized that this machine, the iCraft, can amazingly do versus Cricut. So with Cricut, you need to have a maker to have like a scoring wheel, or like the scoring wheel, the scoring blade, which for me I like just really use a lot. And if you make cards, then this would be really helpful too, just using one blade as a scoring blade. So that's one of the features of Silhouette that I really love. It's like you don't need to buy like an extra blade for like scoring like with a blade. So this one, we are going to put this into cut, not draw. And we are going to choose, so let us use this cardstock paper, 80 grams, so it's like almost half of the pressure. Okay, so let's use cardstock paper 80. You know what, let's do our own thing. So let's add core line, and then force is so we normally use a force of like 9, so I think 6 is good. And then the speed, let's make it to like probably just 5, and then passes. Okay, where is it? Oh my god. Oh, here. Okay, this will be a score line, so let's add this to task, and let's try, and let's do this, and let's see if we can prove my theory. Okay, so I'm going to start the score lines. We are not going to use an external scoring tool, just the blade. We are going to this, the next one, which is like cutting the intricate cuts. And before we go further, so let us save. What they call this? Let's put it like cover, intricate covers. So let's save this. So the project that you saved will go to MyZone. Here you go. Okay, now we can rename it. I was thinking how we can rename it. So rename. So let's put like Valentine's project. Another thing, actually, another pro of Loklik iCraft versus Cricut is that in their cloud you can save up to 2,000 projects. So when I checked, you can only save 1,000 projects with Cricut. Here, oh my god, here. And then they have AI collection storage. I haven't checked this yet, honestly. I will, but for now, I want to focus on like, you know, what I do like almost every day, or like do a lot of, which are like paper flowers like this. I also got the other components for our project, specifically the petals for the paper rose alongside the bouquet cover, or the cover that goes under the intricate cuts. For the leaves, I used the pen tool. Converting the lines for pen use is done the same way as converting them to score lines. Just don't forget to swap the adapters. Alright, this is our cut for the cover. So the cut is beautiful, and we have used the same cutting blade to make a score line, which in this instance is easier to fold. So this is why I like using a blade for the score lines rather than the blunt ones of like a scoring tool. So I am just folding it first so that when I place in the covers, I know where to position them. Now let us attach the covers. This will go here, and then this will go here. And I'm going to use this tacky glue by Aleene's. Let's use this. Let's do the other one. So let us put it aside and let it dry for now. So I am going to like put it under this heavier like sheets of paper. I'm gonna put this aside. Let us assemble the rows that will go with our cover. I will not go into details with this one. You can check out the tutorial right here for like the more detailed tutorial on how to make the rows and the leaves. Now that our rose is done, I got this back. It's now dry with no traces of glue, so perfect. Let's just put this aside and let's close this. This flap, we fold it like this. And then we are just going to close it like this, and basically that's it. I am going to use hot glue so it will quickly attach. That's it. And just place in the flower. Ta-da! Okay, so here are my 2 cents or my thoughts when it comes to the performance or like this cutting machine in general. So this cutting machine is from HTVRont, who, as I have mentioned earlier, is known for their HTVs, their heat presses, and that is very evident, or like the influence of that is very evident in the projects that are included and even the user interface of the software. So if you also make a lot of HTV projects or like vinyl projects, then this cutting machine can be, you know, a fit for you. Physically, it's a bit more compact than Cricut and Silhouette. The Loklik Idea Studio feels a bit like Silhouette Design Studio, though of course not as powerful, but the Loklik Idea Studio is free. Upgrading to the Pro version, which unlocks features like the AI imaging tool, is also free. They currently offer over 54,000 images across categories like standard cut, print and cut, and draw for the pen tool. I do design and make my own files, so that aspect isn't my top priority, but it's great if you're just starting out. What I really like about this machine is its ability to assign different cut pressures in just one load, which allows you to score with the blade. Yeah, you cannot do that with Cricut. With Cricut, you need to have a maker. You need to get like a $60 worth of cutting or like scoring blade. So that's like the best feature for me that this one offers. That's a huge help if you make cards and you need clean, easy folds. I love that if you want to add something mid-cut or mid-project, like an extra cut, you can do it without unloading the mat. You just add it to the task list and start. They say this machine is quiet, and it is somewhat quieter than Cameo Silhouette machines. Noise isn't a big factor for me, but if it is for you, then it might be a plus. The software has a room for improvement. I'll share my feedback with HTVRont, but they definitely need to work on the Bluetooth connection. It doesn't pair automatically with my PC, so I have to reconnect it each time or each use. Sometimes it even disconnects mid-cut or like mid-project. So I'd say for now, using the cord is more reliable. You also have to assign the material for every cut, which can be a bit of a hassle. Most especially if, like me, you're used to the material knob of the Cricut Explore series. It's something you can adapt to though. All in all, the Loklik cutting machine has several standout features, like the ability to vary the blade pressure for cutting and scoring, a generous project storage capacity, and a compact design. You get decent cuts and it's reasonably priced considering all the extras or all the items that it comes with. If you don't mind swapping tools when you switch between cutting, scoring, drawing, or even foiling, and if the occasional Bluetooth hiccup isn't a deal breaker, this machine could be a great addition to your crafting arsenal or setup or tools, especially if you love making paper flowers. I hope this video helps you decide if this machine is right for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in our next videos. Bye!